lahat mga katinig at welcome back sa ating channel para sa isang napakainit at seryosong breaking news na ating tatalakayin ngayong araw. Nitong mga huling kaganapan sa buwan ng Marso taong 2026, uminit ang usapan sa Department of Justice at sa National Bureau of Investigation dahil sa isang subpoena na inilabas laban sa 18 dating miyembro ng Philippine Marines. Ang kaganapang ito ay nagpapakita ng isang malalim na hidwaan sa pagitan ng gobyerno at ng mga tinitingnang suspek na ayon sa kanilang kampo ay naging biktima ng hindi patas na trato. Ang bawat salita at bawat hakbang ng NBI sa kasong ito ay binabantayan nating lahat kaya naman narito ang ating malalimang pagsusuri. Sa simula pa lamang ng video na ito, kailangan nating maintindihan kung ano ang naging ugat ng subpoena na ito. Ang subpoena ay nag-aatas sa 18 ex-Marines na humarap sa NBI para sa isang custodial interrogation. Ito ay nangangahulugan na sila ay imbestigahan sa isang lugar kung saan sila ay tila nasa ilalim ng kustodya ng mga awtoridad. Gayunpaman, agad itong pinalaga ng legal counsel ng mga ex-Marines. Ayon sa kanilang abogado, ang subpoena ay may mga depekto at hindi sumusunod sa tamang proseso ng batas. Sinabi ng kampo ng mga ex-Marines na ang custodial interrogation ay may mga limitasyon at dapat na respetuhin ang mga karapatan ng bawat individual. Ang subpoena raw ay hindi malinaw kung bakit sila kailangang dumaan sa ganitong proseso at kung ano ang basehan para sila ay turingang mga suspek. Binigyang diin ng legal team na ang kanilang mga kliyente ay handang makipagtulungan sa investigasyon basta't ito ay nasa tamang proseso at hindi lumalabag sa kanilang mga karapatan. Isang matinding pahayag ang binitawan ng abogado ng mga ex-Marines na nagsabing wag na tayo maglokohan panyero. Ang pahayag na ito ay nagpapakita ng kanyang kawalan ng tiwala sa proseso at sa mga motibo sa likod ng subpoena. Ayon sa kanya, tila mayroong pressure mula sa mas mataas na opisyal para paspasan ang investigasyon kahit na ito ay makakaapekto sa pagiging patas ng kaso. Sa kabilang banda, ipinagtanggol ng NBI ang kanilang desisyon na maglabas ng subpoena. Ayon sa kanila, ang 18 ex-Marines ay may kaugnayan sa isang seryosong krimen at ang kanilang presensya ay mahalaga para sa ikalulutas ng kaso. Sinabi ng NBI na ang custodial interrogation ay isang normal na proseso sa kanilang investigasyon at ito ay ginagawa para matiyak na ang lahat ng panig ay mapapakinggan. Binigyang diin ng NBI na sila ay sumusunod sa batas at ang subpoena ay may sapat na basehan. Ayon sa kanila, ang mga ex-Marines ay may pagkakataon na dalhin ang kanilang mga abogado at respetuhin ang kanilang mga karapatan habang sila ay iniimbestigahan. Gayunpaman, hindi ito naging sapat para sa kampo ng mga ex-Marines na naninindigan na ang subpoena ay may depekto at dapat nabawiin. Ang kasong ito ay nagpapakita ng malaking hamon sa ating justice system. Sa isang banda, kailangan nating tiyakin na ang hustisya ay makakamtan at ang mga nagkasala ay mapaparusahan. Sa kabilang banda, kailangan nating respetuhin ang mga karapatan ng bawat individual at tiyakin na ang proseso ay magiging patas para sa lahat. Ano ang inyong masasabi sa kaganapang ito mga katinig? Sang-ayon ba kayo sa naging aksyon ng kampo ng mga ex-Marines na palagan ang subpoena ng NBI? Ikomento nyo na ang inyong mga saloobin sa baba dahil mahalaga ang boses ng bawat katinig. Maraming salamat sa inyong panonood at huwag kalimutang mag-subscribe para sa mga susunod nating updates dito sa Tinig ng Bayan.
For the subpoena, it says here, to provide relevant information on the investigation being conducted by this Bureau in relation to the deputation to conduct background investigation and verification from the Office of the Ombudsman on the joint affidavit dated 23 February 2026 of Bernard Tube et al. So it appears on your authority from the Ombudsman that you just want to ascertain the identity of the affiants. But tell us if you want to go beyond your deputization. Just let us know.
Of course not po, ano. But yung background investigation and verification will also go beyond mere name and so we will have questions for them pertaining to their
So you are no longer limited on the ascertainment of the identity of the 18, but you would want to dwell on matters raised in their sworn statement.
Definitely,
So that's your direction.
we will be limited to that only.
Which
We
one?
will be limited to the sworn affidavit submitted before the Ombudsman.
Yes, that's my
Will you be
ma'am.
allowing us to do that?
objection to doon.
Oh, no. Ang worry namin is your authority as deputy of the Ombudsman. Right? Nasa inyo. But if you want to dwell beyond the identity of the affiants, then let us know.
Yeah, we are letting you know now.
Diba? Because if you want to interrogate them with respect to their affidavit, I am only the single lawyer for the 18, and you will now dwell on their constitutional right to be assisted by counsel of their choice.
But just to be clear, no, they are not suspected of committing any offense. No? So hindi po ito custodial investigation. Let me repeat that this is not a custodial investigation. But just the same, if you want to be present when your clients are interviewed, you are more than welcome to do so.
Yes, because that is the source of our confusion, sir, no? Because no less than the head of your office is ubiquitous in media, already saying that 4 of the people are not, in fact, Marines. 8 of them were not, in fact, employed by Saldico. And he even said a lot more. Let me just point this out. Okay, these are the pervasive assertions of the NBI director. 14 Marines, there are only 14 Marines. The rest are not. That's his allegation already. And he is citing intelligence information given to him. He also said there was a general belonging to class 75 of PMA who recruited this 18, and they were only employed for 2 years. But we are ready to prove that one of them had been working with Zaldico for 9 years, a lot of them for 7 years, 5 years, 3 years, no? And then he even implied something venal or something corrupt on this 18. He said, these 18 have executed their affidavit because of economic reasons. Na wala daw silang trabaho at wala silang kita, hirap sa buhay. Next, may sinabi pa siya na we verified the flight detail of airtaxi.ph, and according to the certification given to us, there was no flight to Ilocos Norte between 2023 to 2025. But the affidavit says it was in 2022. Why did he skip the 2022? So, I think the director, and I'm sure you will follow what the director is saying, because I know, Attorney Raimundo, that you are very close to the new director. Okay?
Sir,
No. Let me just finish. No? So my concern as a party involved here is that you subpoenaed us to ascertain the identity of the 18. Now you are telling us you want to go beyond the identity of the affiants. So, under what authority are you trying to do that? Because you are limited by the deputation by the Ombudsman. And if you want to get into the details, the Ombudsman already sent me a letter requiring us to perform a positive act of supplying additional information, etc., etc. So, my worry now is Ombudsman will conduct a factual investigation. NBI will also conduct its own factual investigation that is beyond the deputation of Ombudsman. And you know that the law fronts on 2 agencies investigating the same factual issue because of the danger of 2 agencies coming out with different results. That is what the law prohibits. So that's why, with due respect, sir, Attorney Raimundo and ma'am, no? Let us limit our exercise now to conform with your subpoena. But if you want to dwell further, send us the proper subpoena so that we can also bring the affidavit, the pictures or videos attached to that affidavit, and some other evidence that you may require. But for now, I'm afraid that we cannot provide any answer to you that is beyond the identity of the 18. Thank you po. Thank you.
Are you finished? Kasi let me just, respond briefly, you know.
Ma'am, may I just make a manifestation so you can respond to both of us
Okay.
at the same time?
Go ahead.
Attorney Raimundo, we are here lest anyone think that we have something to hide. That's why we are refusing. Let me give you the context. We are here out of respect to the National Bureau of Investigation as an institution.
Thank you, sir.
Nanggaling din po ako rito, the NBI is composed of men and women of high professionalism, integrity, and probity. However, due to political appointments at the very top, nawe-weaponize at nami-misemploy ang powers ng NBI, which is a highly revered institution. Ngayon ko lang nalaman kay Attorney Baligod na meron na palang sabina o letter na inaanyayahan itong 18 na imbestigahan doon. This reinforces my belief na itong sabina na ito at yung sabina roon, dala-dalawa. Kayo, deputize sila, yung main source of the power. I intended to harass and intimidate not only the 18 but my client and the other persons involved here as well. The fact that you are even telling us that they are going to be interrogated one by one in a room is already abuse, because the limits of your power are only within the four corners of your deputization, as Attorney Levy correctly stated, ascertain the background. Now, if you want to ask my client here about his background, and I believe his background is fairly well known, you ask him now. We will not consent to any one-on-one. That those are tactics that everyone knows are intended to intimidate and scare witnesses. We will not consent to that, custodial interrogation or not, because if you want to question him one-on-one, that's already custodial interrogation in anything but name. Huwag na tayong maglukuhan, panyero. Tinatakot nyo lang kami. May question kayo, you are here. He's here now. You ask him. Tapos.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Sige. Let's respond to that. First off, let me just say na first of all, thank you for recognizing the integrity of the men and women in the NBI. So, you have our oath as lawyers and law enforcers that we are impartial. This is a fact-finding investigation. We will go where the evidence leads. Alright?
Narinig na namin yan eh.
Also, I just object to the use of the word interrogation. As I said earlier, hindi po ito interrogation. The individuals subpoenaed today are not suspected of committing any offense. They are subpoenaed as witnesses. And so what we will do is an interview. Okay? Now, we are interviewing them individually for efficiency, to save time. But of course, if Attorney Baligod so chooses, he can accompany the interviewees one by one. We just have to schedule it today. But let me just reiterate that, that we are impartial here. We are just following where the evidence will lead. Okay? So, about the deputization from the Ombudsman, siguro we would just disagree with your assertion na it's limited to simply the identity of the subpoenaed individuals. Hindi po, so the background investigation and verification includes the contents of the judicial affidavit and other matters. So the NBI has plenary powers to investigate. We've been deputized by the Ombudsman to investigate, and we will do just that. But if you're telling us that you're objecting to answering questions that pertain to the contents of the judicial affidavit and other matters, then that's noted po. But if it's still okay with you, we'll still proceed with the interview. And then if there are any questions given during the individual interviews that you object to, then you can say so.
Overbroad. Sige, banat.
That's my point, sir.
Nagluluhan tayo rito.
It says your authority is to conduct background investigation and verification. So whose background are you trying to investigate? Isn't it that the affiant's background is the subject of the subpoena? Because you cannot conduct a background investigation on the facts alleged in their affidavit. It's just a wrong choice of word, if I may. No, but we are willing to answer your questions. No problem with that, sir. But as I said, I am also, as a lawyer, who believes in the integrity of the institutions that we must protect. What happens now if you will have your own factual report and Ombudsman will also have its factual report?
We will submit our factual report to the Ombudsman.
Exactly, sir. So why this duplicity in the exercise when Ombudsman itself also will conduct its own factual investigation?
Sir, you're questioning the wisdom of the Ombudsman there. No? We
No,
are
no,
just
no.
following orders here.
I'm not-
We've been instructed to conduct these interviews. That's what
No,
we
sir.
do.
I think it's too far a conclusion that I am questioning the wisdom of the Ombudsman. What I'm just saying is, you sent us a subpoena, and we complied with your subpoena. We appeared here, believing that the purpose of the subpoena is to conduct background investigation. Had you informed us that you will dwell beyond the identity of the affiants, then we could have prepared also. Because I'm sure you will be asking, number one, where did these photos came from? Who took the photos? Where is the original of these photos stored in your computer equipment, right? Those will be your logical questions. Number two, who recruited you to execute your affidavit?
Do you want to answer that now?
Okay? Yeah, we are ready. No? Number three, you would want to say, is there anybody, were you paid to execute this affidavit? Those will be your questions, eh? Diba? Who is now providing for your food, for your security, etc. Since when were you employed with Zaldico? Who is this general belonging to class 75 that director had been saying recruited you? We are ready to answer all of those. With
So,
due
sir,
respect.
what do you suggest so we can proceed to that point?
Good questions. Maybe you can answer now.
Yes, I can. If you want. But
So
as
what
I
do you
said,
suggest
ma'am,
now?
as
What
I
do you
said,
suggest, sir?
as I said,
So at least we can come to an agreement.
yes, you send us another subpoena so that, you know, you will be asking where is the original of this picture. They don't have it with them because they were not told to bring it with them.
We can always issue another subpoena. No? Just because we issue the subpoenas for today does not mean we're precluded from issuing one or two in the future.
Exactly. So we can agree for now. We can establish their identity. The director is saying 4 of them are not Marines.
Are you ready with their identity documents, sir?
Yes, even their serial number.
All right.
So
That's good.
yes, ma'am. So identity first, and then if you want to go further, send us subpoena so we can also be prepared to respond to your questions intelligently and promptly. Diba? Kasi pag mag-question kayo ngayon, asan yung original nito? Hindi namin dinala.
Sir, what do you exactly suggest so we can come to that agreement?
Okay, ma'am.
At dyan nagtatapos ang usapan natin ngayon. Kung may gusto kang idagdag o reaksyon, i-comment mo lang sa baba. Boses mo'y mahalaga. Huwag kalimutang i-like, share, at subscribe para sama-sama nating palakasin ang tinig ng bayan. Hanggang sa susunod, tandaan, ang may alam, may laban!
Awesome!